With us now, 1 year later, are Captain Chesley Sully Sullenberger, who writes about that day in his book, Highest Duty, along with Flight 1549 co-pilot Jeff Skiles. Also with them are two of the first responders, Red Cross volunteer Sally Phipps and Vince Lombardi, captain of the New York Waterway Fleet. And we have John Howell, who was a passenger on Flight 1549, along with flight attendants Sheila Dale, Donna Welsh, and Doreen Dent. Good morning to you all.
Morning.
Good morning, Hera.
Captain, let me start with you. Does it seem like 1 year ago today?
No, it seems like it's been a lot less than a year, although I feel like I've lived about 10 normal lifetimes in this last year because of all the wonderful opportunities we've had.
There have been many, many reunions, but this reunion on this one-day anniversary is different. Why?
Well, I think it's like the best high school reunion you could imagine. In fact, we were just talking about that. Who's come the farthest? Who's changed the most? We have so much to be grateful for, and it's absolutely wonderful to once again have a chance to celebrate such a wonderful outcome with this great group of people.
It is great to see you all. It's great to see your faces. Just the smiles this morning are doing a lot for everybody's mood, believe me. Jeff, let me ask you this. Jeff, you were the co-pilot there. As one engine goes out, the second engine goes out, what do you remember most from those moments right afterwards?
Well, I remember obviously you're in shock a little bit when that first happens, but both of us just got right to work. We used our training, we used our procedures, we used the experience that we've built up over decades between the two of us to handle the emergency.
And the lesson that you took away from that afternoon, the most important lesson you feel is what?
I never really realized how much preparation can lead to a success in a story like this. All these years we've accomplished our training, we've learned the procedures, but I was really surprised at how, when I needed them, they were there.
We've had the
I think that was certainly true for
Yeah, go ahead, Captain.
that was certainly true for our entire crew, and for Donna, Sheila, and Doreen. We didn't have time to tell them the entirety of what they were going to face, and they found themselves in a very surprising, unanticipated situation, and their training just kicked in. They were there for us too. We got the plane to the surface, they got the people out, so the rescue could begin.
That's for sure. Sally Phipps, a Red Cross volunteer. You've been in many tight spots. You were around for 9/11. You were around for many situations where a tragedy ensued. Sally, as you were called to the scene, what do you remember most from that day?
Well, my heart sank. One of the first responses I ever went on for the Red Cross was Egypt Air, and then Flight 1587, as well as 9/11, as you said. And so I was prepared for the worst. And when I got to the pier bringing supplies, blankets and socks, I was beyond thrilled to find that everyone had survived, and I actually had people that I could give these supplies to for the first time.
For the first time. I want to get Vince Lombardi up here. Vince, we've talked to Captain Sullenberger and Jeff before, but we haven't seen you in a year or so. What is it like for you on this 1 year anniversary?
I'm kind of excited to be in a reunion and celebrating something like this. Meeting some people I'd never met before that coming up to me saying I was on your boat, thank you, and to see the flight crew again and Captain Sullenberger and Captain Skiles. It's a good opportunity.
Vince,
to reunite with some friends.
Yeah, take me back to that afternoon. Frigid, cold temperatures. You're going about your business. It's very routine. When you saw that plane on the water, what was your first thought?
Why is there a jet in the water?
Good question.
That was my first thought. My second thought was, okay, let's go. And called the Coast Guard on VHF, Marine VHF, and headed out there. All of a sudden, I seen people just walking out onto the wings. And I said, wow, look at this. This is amazing. You know, right there, I felt a lot better about the situation. I said, I think everybody's alive because the plane was intact, there was no fire, and my crew members, they're doing exactly what I told them to do. Willie and Hector, they performed that day. I don't even have words for it, but
Wow.
I'm just proud to serve with guys like that.
Wow, above and beyond. John Howell, you were a passenger on the plane. John, one of the things we have heard from so many of the passengers who walked away that day was this sense of gratitude. What is your sense of gratitude today?
You know, this is a great occasion to get together and really, as a group, say thank you to, first and foremost, the crew. They're true professionals. There was a sequence of miraculous events that day. Certainly the first responders and Captain Lombardi. I mean, first thing I said to him today was, "You probably don't remember me, but I climbed onto your boat. I was wet and cold and grateful to see you." So. I think this is really a great occasion to get together and express our gratitude. I'm excited to be here.
Was it a life-changing experience for you?
Absolutely. You know, sitting there, it's hard to describe. It's hard to find the right words to describe the feeling when you're looking out the window, the engines are on fire, or there's no engines at all, and you're looking down at the river, and you recognize that we're in a situation that's not likely to have a good outcome. And then a few minutes later to realize, wow, we're going to be all right. We're going to walk away from this.
Captain Sullenberger, it is a pleasure to be able to spend a few moments with you. And on a day like today, when we are so surrounded with yet more bad news and more tragedy, it means all the more to be able to just have a few moments to see you and your crew, all those folks who survived and all the people who pitched in. It helps us realize maybe that's a kind of an attitude that needs to be shared every day. Thanks so much for taking the time to be with us. It is great to see you all again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, take care.